Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
What will Greece's 3-month suspension of asylum mean in practice?
Our viewers watching on PBS in the United
I have
States and
no
to
idea
all
what
of you
we're
around the
talking about
world,
here.
welcome. We begin the day with the Greek answer to migration the government says the system cannot handle. On Friday, Greek lawmakers voted to suspend asylum applications for migrants arriving by sea from North Africa. The 3-month stop comes amid a sharp...
something else.
For what did you take?
I thought like the crazy people.
Oh, insane asylum. No, I thought this was what it was. I thought so because kind of what we're doing here too. Trump is stopping to give people asylum.
Spike in arrivals to the island of Crete, which officials say has overwhelmed local facilities. Hundreds of people have been landing almost daily. Some are rescued at sea. Others reach shore on their own in overcrowded boats. And with no formal reception center on the island...
It's a tough situation, man. On one hand, you feel bad for people because they're looking for a better life. On the other hand, it's not your problem. Like, as a government, that's not my problem. Like, I have my people that I'm responsible for, which is the Greek people. Like, you are not my responsibility.
I don't blame them for trying to go to Crete, though.
No, I don't blame people for trying, but at the same time, you can't hold government like responsible for it. It's like you see a stray puppy on the street. They need food, whatever. You feel bad for them, but it's not your responsibility to feed that dog or a cat. So it's kind of like similar situation. Like you can feel bad for those people, but at the same time, if the country is struggling as it is, there's issues in the country. You have to prioritize your own people. You can't prioritize people of other countries over your own.
The thing is, they have responsibilities, obligations of the EU where you're supposed to take it.
Well, then EU better give the coin to that comes with that responsibility, because I can commit to the responsibility if they pay me for it. It's not like EU don't give me nothing and then I just...
The thing is there's not consistent, there's not like a protocol, because if the EU obligates all these nations to take in asylum people, there should be also a standardized protocol where they can say, here's this money, and then
exactly.
Here's the protocol.
Yeah, but it feels like all the immigrants come through Greece. Greece is just like the road.
Well, this is because
Europe.
that's the pathway.
Right, that's
right
the
there.
pathway, but they don't get all the money that they need for processing, so that's not fair to them.
Authorities have been forced to house people in makeshift shelters amid sweltering summer heat. Conditions are cramped, medical needs are growing, and local officials say they've been overwhelmed. The journey begins in eastern Libya. Smugglers charge up to 5,000 euros for the 300-kilometer journey to Crete. This has now become one of the most active and dangerous migration routes into the European Union.
5,000 euros for
Human rights groups and the United Nations say Greece's move is illegal, inhumane, and risks putting lives in more danger. But the government sees it differently.
This legislation suspends the submission of asylum applications, meaning that individuals who are detained will no longer enter the international protection process. As soon as an opportunity arises, they will be returned. This serves as a deterrent, as those attempting to come now know that, even though other routes into Europe exist, in Greece they will face detention, will not be allowed to apply for asylum, and will be returned without their asylum claim.
That's a lot of money to put up for short distance. I'm not surprised if they don't take this on their own.
That's a lot of money. I don't know how they come up with that money, to be honest.
For a short distance like this,
well, distance doesn't matter. Distance is whatever.
But for per person, $5,000 to do only 300 kilometers.
I mean, what's the alternative? You're gonna swim in a little canoe?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me row the boat.
That's a cute, like, not even 5 minutes.
300 kilometers.
300 kilometers?
It's not 5 minutes?
Oh, no, I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking meters.
You're saying 300 meters?
I'm thinking meters.
300 meters you can swim by yourself. You don't even need a boat.
That's why I'm just confused.
No, it's 300
kilos.
kilos.
Used to the metric system.
Yeah, that's like 180 miles.
By our correspondent, Sophia Kleftaki. She is in Athens. Sophia, it's good to see you. The Greek government, it says that local authorities are being overwhelmed. I mean, what does that look like? What is the situation right now on the island of Crete?
Indeed, they are overwhelmed, as right now the situation on the island of Crete is both it's tense and it's complex. So on the one hand, we have arrivals of tourists. It's the peak of the summer. It's the peak of...
Probably in Athens, because that's what it said.
the Greek touristic season, and on the other we have this noticeable increase of irregular arrivals, especially
windy,
from
wow.
Libya and on the southern coast of Crete. So this is the area of Chania, it's the area of Rethymno and of Iraklion, and also the little small island Gavdos, which is about 35 kilometers southern from Crete, where 1/5 of those irregular arrivals are registered.
And what happens to these irregular arrivals? I mean, where are they being taken?
Yeah.
Is there any organized reception in place for them?
What do the Coast Guard do?
And this is the issue. Where are all those people taken, as Crete doesn't have any organized reception infrastructures by
Those
now?
guys,
So there
okay,
is
I see
no...
it. It looked like that you have the coastal guards or military men from Greece, like kind of organizing. Is that them?
solution to
Yeah.
this issue, and
Has
they
to
are
be some
taken
sort, yeah.
as quickly as possible by the Greek Coast Guard to territory shelters. For Chania, for instance, this is the former exhibition center, and
So they
it
know
was
they're
the
going
port.
to
There was no
shelters
other
to
shelter
stay
in
or
Iraklion.
to go back.
So then that's what the plan is. The plan is to announce, okay, you're gonna go back. So to kind of deter them, they're saying you wanna go to Europe, go to Italy.
Because right now, that's why I see like agreements. Okay, everyone's staying put.
Yeah.
Because I think here we had something similar where they would
Wet foot,
run.
dry foot. Yeah.
They would run and try to like evade from the military people, even if they are caught.
Was a former bus station, so the island is overwhelmed as there are no facilities. However, according to this new law that has been passed today by the Greek Parliament, a new detention center
Mostly,
is
it
planned on
seems
the
like
island of Crete.
Okay,
men like middle age, look like maybe 20s.
That's middle age.
What if
20s is middle age.
that's the 20s to 40s.
so is that
In the
where
Middle
these
Ages.
new arrivals will be kept? What's going to happen in the next 3 months if people arrive in Crete? Will they be automatically deported?
So this is the question now. The Greek Parliament passed this law for the new asylum policy today. However, it's not clear what happens and if the irregular migrants are taken to this new detention center, and it's not decided yet where it will be. According to a local media, they say it will probably be near Iraklion in a former military training center, but this is not confirmed yet. Mitsotakis just
if you were to send a message to send them back, it's gonna deter people like from spending the money to be sent
Because you
back.
don't get the money back. There's
You
no
don't get
refund.
no
Yeah, there's no
refund.
refund. Yeah.
Because they're hoping like people, their families probably waiting for a call.
Yeah.
We're here safely. Okay, now let's send this cousin, that relative over now next.
announced it today has been passed, so it will be there will be following
To
on
me,
where exactly
this
they will be.
money they spending for this, they cannot use it to like go through the system. Like, isn't there like a protocol where they can apply
I don't think
or
so.
no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Taken. However, yesterday in the port of Lavrion nearby Athens, 500 undocumented migrants arrived, and they will be taken to
That's difficult because
to the Malakasa.
as a person, you should have a right to self-preservation. I don't think you should be held to stay in a place where you feel like you can be persecuted or feel like you are unable to live some sort of quality life.
Oh, I mean, okay, I can respect that, but why is it Greece's responsibility to give them shelter?
Oh,
Go somewhere else. Greece doesn't want you. Like,
think
why?
that's
Why
just
is that up to Greece? Why do the Greek citizens have to now? Because because someone's prosecuting you. Why do they have to? Why do the Greek citizens have to be punished for that?
Oh, that's by chance. It just so happens that they're in the line of
Well,
passage
and that's
for
why
them
they're
to
saying
be
no.
free.
There's no passage.
Yes. So if they say there's no passage, I guess those people who are evading, they're hoping that they can have other governments come
Go to another
correct.
country.
No, they're hoping that other governments would intervene in some sort of way
Oh.
to correct their government, because obviously they have a
Oh.
broken system. I think is if they create so much of a problem for everyone else at some point will have to say, okay, we have to correct this. Because listen, at one point when it was Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler, everyone was doing appeasement. They just let him do what he wants. No one wanted to touch a finger on it until it became a problem where he started to reach other countries, other nations. Now the nations like, wait a minute, he taking over Germany. Now he wants to take over France. What's next? He gonna come to the UK? Everyone's like, oh hell no. Next, what's the next step? So it has to be some sort of uncomfortable point for somebody, so that the country that is being the people are being persecuted can have some sort of intervention. I feel like everyone is okay, they're turning a blind eye because they know suffering is going on. They know that there's bad government going on in some places. It's just they say it's not their problem right now, but in the future it can be similar in the past.
Camp, which is just outside of Athens. So Crete is overwhelmed, and the government tries to respond as quick as possible.
And Sophia, has the Greek government
because
addressed
now
accusations
what Greece will
that
do is they're gonna send the complaints to the UN. They say, hey, I cannot take these people. So they're gonna ask UN, we need a better solution because this is not working. So if everyone put this pressure on UN, you know, what does that mean next? Intervention with that failing government? It may be, maybe you do have to go to war to correct some things.
this suspension is illegal?
Well, Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis and government officials insist that it's an emergency situation, it's an extraordinary situation. Kyriakos Mitsotakis stressed that Greece will not be an open corridor to Europe, as he stated. And the main statement also is that it's absolutely necessary, given the numbers and the pressure that Crete is under.
What do we know about cooperation from North Africa? I'm thinking about Libya. Is the Libyan Coast Guard, for example, helping to prevent asylum seekers from reaching Greek territory, or are they helping to take these people back?
There are no official statement on those negotiations, as
I don't
Greece
think,
is trying
those
to keep
countries
negotiations.
are bothered that people are fleeing from their country, as because they know at some point those people who flee, they were gonna send money back to their home country for those who are left behind.
I don't know how they feel.
Open and to find a
I
solution
remember
with Libya.
here in Florida, when a family from Cuba, they flee to come to Miami, the Cuban government requested Elian Gonzalez to come back. They requested him to come back. They say he can't stay. The issue was that he had a parent here in Cuba, but a parent that was in seeking to leave and go to Miami. That parent died, so now you only had the wish of the father, and the father wished for him to return back to Cuba, and it became such a big ordeal that the Cuban government stepped in, intervened, say, no, we must have our people to come back. Why do you think the government cares so much for someone who's trying to leave to come back to their country? It's pride and ego. It has to be.
However, it's under a lot of pressure as there is no solution yet. So this is an ongoing. We'll see what happens within the next weeks and months, maybe.
And Sophia, what about the European Union, the European Commission? Has there been any response from them?
Well, the European Commission has been informed before the law has been passed today by the Greek Parliament. However, there hasn't been an official statement yet of the European Commission. They walk a very thin line. On the one hand, they support Greece as they're aware of the pressure that the country is under. On the other hand, they're reminding the state members to stick to international law and human rights.
Okay, our correspondent Sophia Kleftaki with the latest for us from Athens. Sophia, thank you.
It's like, what do you do?
Nah, I'm with Greece on this one. I would pass the same. This is an emergency situation. The situation uncontrollable. Europe wants this done it peacefully. Whatever, send in your Coast Guard. Send European Coast Guard. Not our responsibility. I completely understand that.
Can I see the comments?
This is getting ridiculous. If the country is struggling by itself, now we want to bring more people. That is going to put even bigger strain on the system. No, thank you. Bye.
That means someone got to do something.
As an African, I congratulate Greece for this move. People should stay in their countries and repair their country. Okay, I don't think like that they should stay and repair. No, but they should go where they are welcome. If you are not welcome in the country, you shouldn't try to squeeze in.
Or when you go to another country, don't create issues where you
Right.
become a person
Yes.
they're not interested in, because they will seek people who
Mm-hmm.
have like minds. What do you call that? There's a term that they're saying that they're losing knowledge,
Brain
as in
drain.
brain drain. So if you become like a desirable candidate or a person that people want to have in their
Yeah. If
country,
you have a
they want
degree,
you
they
to
will
work. They
welcome.
want you
That's what
to
I'm saying.
work. But if you go and then you're even like not coming with like maybe the best of talents, you make yourself talented. You
Mm-hmm.
you you do your best to adjust into a new society, because obviously the previous society was not working for you.
Wait, hold on. They each have 5,000 euros to pay the smuggle. That's what I was saying. Where this
That's
money
why
that
that's
coming from?
why that's why I
3,500.
wonder how
A lot of
come
money.
there's no like a country where you can like pay to go through the process and stuff like that. Because the 5,000 per person, all you need is one person to be in, and then they're into the country, and they can start making the money to now bring up more family members this proper way. But that's very interesting. I
Why?
have heard of people like selling everything they have to get this opportunity.
Why are they not moving to Saudi Arabia or Dubai? Not only there are no
Are
wars in
they part of the
Algeria.
EU?
No, but why are they not going there? Why are they going to EU?
Because EU has an asylum policy.
Well, then maybe EU needs to rethink that policy. Not only there are no wars in Algeria, but Algeria behaves like a hostile state towards European countries. Well, then go to Algeria, yeah. There's no war in Algeria, Tunisia, yeah, go there. Asylum from what? Poverty?
I mean, listen, the first settlers here in the US, what were they? They were poor. They were poor, trying to evade for a new, better life. That is nothing unheard of. It's just that
As
there's not new land to cultivate anymore. Everyone has taken up the space, and now people are more concerned of sharing resources. That's what's the real issue is.
yeah, as I said, I don't blame the people for wanting to escape for better life. That's
Because
that's what you
I'm
want to do.
thinking for your you think for yourself, like
Yeah,
you would want the
but
better
I don't
opportunities.
blame Greece for closing the door.
Yeah, but when you
That's
go to find better opportunities, you're not gonna act like
yeah.
a,
They should
a
people want better
savage.
opportunity. That's fine. But if they wanted better opportunity, they should all those people that came to Europe for better opportunity. They should have acted correct. They're creating chaos in Europe now. Close the doors. Make them go to Saudi Arabia, as the comment said, Dubai,
But
Qatar. I don't know wherever. Egypt.
I wonder, why is there chaos? Is there some sort of miscommunication? Because there's this
Because the
thing.
people come and they don't want to assimilate. They
There's
want
a
to they grew up in a third world country. They want to turn the first world back to the third world because that's what they're used to.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a real
We
thing
see
to
the same
be.
thing in
It's
Miami.
the real thing to be homesick. So when people start to get homesick, they go back to their old,
Old ways,
ways.
yeah.
You
Like
know.
you don't come to a foreign country and convert it back to where you come
Yeah,
from.
and
No,
and that
you adapt.
that can become an issue, especially in a new environment where people don't understand what your old ways, your traditions and whatnot. That's so complicated. Well, 3 months. We'll see what happens after. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.